Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. For this video, I am sharing some necklaces and some earrings that I made for a challenge that I am joining in on. This is a challenge that was created by Beki Foster. She has an amazing channel. She makes the most beautiful jewelry. She's always using all the different bead boxes, like Sam's bead box, curated bead box, bargain bead box, and Jesse James mystery box, and just all of the like the monthly shipments. And so she had a challenge that she was challenging herself. It was for September, throughout the month of September, to make 2 beaded chain necklaces each week. And as far as like beaded chain, where she actually makes her own chain out of, like, you know, actually beading like little segments or links. That's something that I don't do a whole lot of. I usually would just bead like the focal part of the necklace and then just add plain chain around the rest of the necklace and put the clasp on it. So I thought this would be fun. And plus, I've been kind of in a jewelry making slump here recently for the last month or so. I've not made any of extra jewelry other than what I needed to make for the few collabs and challenges that I participate in. So I thought this might be fun, and it'd be a good way to pull out some of my monthly shipments, like bead boxes that I haven't touched yet. Now, Becky was going to use like a combination of like newer bead boxes along with some old bead boxes. I actually used a couple for these first 2 projects. Well, there's like 2 sets, I guess you could say. I did pull out an older bead box, and then I used one that was somewhat new. I used the August 23 curated bead box and December 22. Now I used August because it was laying here already beside my table, my workspace. And this is called Bayou Blues. And I try to remember to write the month on there, like, so I don't have to wonder how long I've had this or when it came out. So I used this box for the first few projects that I made. And then the next box from December of last year is called Crystal Moon, which is gorgeous. Had a lot of purples and like mauve colors. Had some white, gold, different gold findings like pendant and these little bead frames. And it did have some little links, which I didn't use, but I used the bead frames and the pendant and a couple different ones of the purple beads. And so let me just go ahead and share what I made. For the Bayou Blues, I started out making just this little section here. And I wanted the butterfly. I had this butterfly in my stash. I believe it came from either Walmart or, not Walmart, I'm sorry, Joann's or Hobby Lobby. I'm not exactly sure where it came from. But I wanted the butterfly because the hole goes up and down. I thought it would be cute on the side and make it kind of look like it's floating on you, like throughout in this necklace piece. And I love the way it turned out. It's kind of hard to show up here. I've really got to clean up my workspace because I have no room where I'm at. But this is the necklace focal part that I came up with. And then I just used these gorgeous sort of speckled beads, brown with turquoise and white flecks in them. And then I found on the side of my table some little crystal, like these little rhinestone spacers, the rondelles, and I just put them on each side of these little flecked beads, as well as pulled out some bead caps for my stash. And then just added a turquoise bead in between. This was a really pretty strand of turquoise, and it had some like different variations of the colors. Some of it had more white on it. Some had sort of more gray or sort of grayish brown colors throughout it. So I love the variation of the colors. And then I found some of these closed loops like in my stash, and I thought those would make a cute little accent to attach the beaded part to, the focal part. And I did just use a crimp, and I did use all the findings from the curated bead boxes. They always give you like beading wire, they give you crimped beads, and they do give like, I did use one of the lobster claw or lobster clasps from this kit. And then for the actual beaded chain, I just took the little turquoise beads and made little links, like little segments. And then I had this really fine chain that I just cut little sections of it. And I just used some chain and then put one of my little links, used some more chain, put one of my links and used some more chain. And then that is how it turned out. And I absolutely love this necklace. Absolutely gorgeous. Now this butterfly, I did have like other collars because it was a strand of these. So I have like a pink, a green, white, orange, purple. So I was very glad that I had this turquoise one to use on this necklace, because I did want like a focal, some kind of focal image. And I thought this butterfly was perfect. And then I had I had one more section of that chain with a link or like a little bead already put together. And so I just happened to think those would make really cool earrings. They're super long. I don't know exactly how long these chain sections are. And then I just added, I was just going to do this only, like this little bottom section as the earring, but I thought that is so cool. It makes these super long earrings, and love how those turned out. And then that was the second pair of earrings I made, because I had, like I said, I had those two pieces of chain left over where I didn't need to make, it was actually making the necklace too long, so I did not use those two pieces of chain. And I just thought, well, I've already got these with the bead on the end of them. I will just add a bead at the bottom, which are these right here. And I love how those turned out. And this is the first pair of earrings that I made. Simple, just another one of those gorgeous brown speckled beads. And then a little turquoise bead on the top. And so super cute, fun little dangle. And there is the first set that I made. And for the next box, the Crystal Moon from 22 December, had this gorgeous, like crystal and gold, like a beaded front, almost like a cage pendant, cage bead. There's crystals all throughout the inside there. Absolutely love how that looks. And then I had these, there were 4 of these little like bead frames. And inside the box were these super tiny little purple, sort of see-through, very cool looking beads, very tiny, almost the size of a seed bead. And then I had these beautiful sort of speckled purple, like just different variations of purple throughout. And just made a pretty little little piece here with the bead frames, and took some of my gold bead caps out of my stash and just put on each side of these larger purple glass beads. And then this is just a bell I had in my stash, and so I put 5 of those tiny little purple beads at the bottom. So this does move around, but just makes a nice little focal image focal right there. And then I used some of my little clamshells to finish it off, and attached it to some gold chain. And again, I did gold chain and then made on some of the headpins that came in the kit. Just took 5 of those tiny little purple beads and just made these little links. And then attached the chain on each side and just made this nice little beaded chain. And I did pull out this from my stash because I like the larger size of the clasp. And I believe there were gold lobster clasps in the kit that comes with this, but I forgot that they were in there, so I'd already grabbed this out of my own stash. But there is this beautiful purple and gold. I don't do a whole lot with gold. I'm more of a silver girl, but I absolutely love how this gold and the purple go together. And then again, I had 1 or 2 of these little beaded dangles left over from where I didn't need as much chain as I thought I was going to use. So I thought these would be perfect for little earrings, and then just made these fun little long dangly earrings, and they go perfect with the necklace. So those are my 2 beaded chain necklaces that I made for this week, along with some matching earrings. And this will be two necklaces each week that I'll be sharing. I'll just upload those videos on Saturday. I didn't do one for the first Saturday in September because it was the 2nd, and you know, I would have only had, well, I didn't get started on it that early. I was just going to do 8 for the month of September and just share them each of the last 4 Saturdays of the month, or each Saturday excluding the first Saturday. So 4 Saturdays in the month of September. So 8 projects altogether. So I will be back next Saturday to share 2 more beaded necklace projects. Hopefully I can come up with some different ideas for like beaded chain. I didn't even realize that I had made the same style until I was just getting them out now to film this video, where I had done like chain and then link and chain and link. I did that for both of these necklaces. Never even paid attention that I was doing the same style. So anyways, I'll hopefully come up with something different, some other different style of beaded chain to do next week. But thank you everyone for stopping by. I will link down below Becky's video where she kind of goes over her idea for this challenge, and you can kind of see what it's all about, and then kind of go introduce you to her channel if you haven't watched her before. I just recently ran across her channel, and she does gorgeous work. So I think you all would love to watch her as well if you don't already. So thank you everyone for stopping by, and I will see everyone in my next video. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you later. Bye.